Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that, people understand what's going on here. And I also want, thank you to all my subscribers. I want you guys to meditate. We should start meditating on what we want to happen, to manifest what we want to happen. And, that's what, we should start doing is just to manifest things on what we want to happen. And what do we want to happen? We want all of our good men and women to come out of prison and then to live in the promised land. That's what we really want to happen. We want all of the bad people to go away and leave us alone and just go do you. That's what we really want. We want all the bad people to go away. And so we have to imagine and believe that this is what's going to happen. Everybody that is evil will just suddenly disappear. You don't know how that's going to happen. You don't know how they're going to disappear. You just have to know that, wow. And you have to be where it's actually happened. See, this is how you will things to have things to be in your favor. You have to be in it where you can just, this is how you meditate. When you're washing dishes or cleaning the floor or cleaning the house or cooking food, whatever you're doing, you have to think about, this is how you meditate. Whatever you're doing, think about what you want. That's how you meditate. Think about what you want to happen. You know, like we want we want Dr. Z York out of prison. We want Larry Hoover out of prison. We want them to have their own deed to the facility that they're in to find the bad people that chase them down and chase our people down to lock them up so that our communities can be safe for once and for all. Basically, we want our communities safe, and the reason why our communities are not safe because the evil people got the good people locked up in prison, and it's looking like Trump he's looking like he's evil. He doesn't really look like a good person. Not if you really look at it, because it took him. It's still, he's saying that he's gonna sue Hillary Clinton. You were supposed to do that 3 years ago. You were supposed to sue her three. I mean, no, you were supposed to lock her up 3 years ago. You did a whole 3 year investigation and got all of this evidence of what she did to what she did. I mean, she literally brought drugs over into our community that he even mentioned. It was in Mena, Arkansas. Type that in. They did all that to drop all the drugs and to lock up Larry Hoover and all them. And when you look at it, they said, well, he committed a murder. His name was Pookie Jenkins or Pookie Williams or whatever. You have to say to yourself, well, you have to be locked up for even mentioning Pookie's name because you don't give a shit about Pookie or his family. How come you didn't write books about Pookie? How much you care about Pookie? How much you love Pookie? Why is it that you bring up some man named Pookie that you claim that Larry Hoover did, and you ain't vilifying Pookie name since he's so important to you? Since this Pookie is so important that he shot Pookie. Okay. If he shot Pookie, how come y'all not putting shrine? Did you help Pookie's family? Did you help Pookie's family? And since it's so important of his death that Larry Hoover have to be locked up for Pookie, well, how come you didn't get Pookie's cousin and his families to talk about what happened to Pookie? How come we don't know about Pookie? We just know that Larry Hoover shot some man named Pookie, that supposedly, allegedly. Well, if he was so important to you, if Pookie was so important that you locked up Larry Hoover and everybody, then how come you still not talking about how wonderful Pookie is and how wonderful his family is? You must know. You must know that he's wonderful. What's the name of his mother? I don't know Pookie's mother. How come you didn't mention his mother and make movies about how wonderful Pookie and his family is? Because you don't give a shit about Pookie. You don't give a shit about nothing over here. You just come into a community and you kill. You kill. That's all that you do. And so when you look at Trump, when you just look at what he did in all of his presidency, he ran Hillary Clinton through the mud and all this stuff, talking about lock her up. Okay, how come you never locked her up though? Why are you just saying it? Okay, now check this out. This is what's important. Well, it was Bill Barr and John Durham that was supposed to lock her up. Okay then. How come you didn't lock them up for not locking her up? See, these are people that they're all working together under the Pleiadians. See, the Pleiadians are the real criminals. If you want to know who the real criminals is, it's the Pleiadians that's orchestrating them all, because the Pleiadians are in these spaceships. And they go and they visit Billy Meyer and they tell Billy Meyer what's going on over here, but they don't do a motherfucking thing. And this is their people. So it's really the Pleiadians and these, they just looking at, like, oh, I'm the Pleiadians and I'm okay. No, you put yourself as these blonde hair, blue eyed things, but inside the body is a creature, demon creature. Because how is it that you could see for all of these years on who you destroying? But you go on YouTube and say, oh, your government is bad, your government is this. Really? Yeah, they are bad. We know. They so horrible, and you just looking at it, and you just watching us, you just watching our misery. Gee, you're the one with the spaceships, got all this technology and shit, and said, oh, look at Trump is a Pleiadian too. Yeah, I bet he is a Pleiadian. He sure is acting like one, because you got all this information about how Hillary drilled a hole in that little girl's head to suck out her adrenochrome. Thousands of them for thousands of years been kidnapping children, doing that all over. You already know that. So how is it that you can have this about them putting drugs in the community, turning black people into rock monsters, really, and then locking them up for having it? But you the one bringing it in here. And Trump knows this. And yet he has the investigating attorney, Bill Barr, that looked just like a Saint Bernard dog. Just as guilty as he want to be. Just guilty. Just his face just hang down because of so much guilt. He been in that office for over 25 years. What was going on for 25 years that he been in office? The destruction of us is what's been going on. So everything that they have, the DOJ, the NDC, whatever the fuck you want to call it, NCD, whatever the fuck they are, whatever, FBI, CIA, okay, they all are working for our destruction, for the gingerbread people's destruction, because we're gingerbread people, really, If you want to refer to us as a color, we're gingerbread people, gingerbread man, gingerbread women. But what we are is like, we are the lord of our land. So you would address us as my lord or my lady, So that's how because you guys have these names. Oh, you can't say he, she, or whatever. It's because you are lizards who invaded our country, and now been trying to set rules and laws that are absolutely now ridiculous, to where now Trump is looking real bad right now. And it's all the Pleiadians that's doing it, because you're in the spaceships and you say, oh, I'm the Pleiadians, and you go online and you say how bad your government that you created in America is. So if you might be from Switzerland, you're still in our world. You're still invaders in our world. If you live in Switzerland, Pleiadians, you're still in our world. And you might be in our world from a distance, but you're looking at the destruction as a fucking coward. So Trump is looking real bad right now, because he's under this Pleiadian thing. Because if the reason why he's looking bad to me in my eyes is this, like, damn, why you ain't never arrested them? And it's been 3 years now, and now you saying, oh, vote for me. I'm gonna investigate Hillary. How you gonna investigate Hillary and vote for? It's like as if they just playing us. All of them. They're just playing. So, since they're playing, because what was supposed to happen is they were supposed to arrest John Durham and Bill Barr. They were supposed to straight up arrest them for not arresting the DOJ, NDC, whatever the DNC, whatever the fuck they are, whatever. Homeland, they supposed to be arrested. Why? For doing what they did to us. Because their whole entire makeup of the entire government system is for our destruction. It's not for their destruction. It's not for Mexicans' destruction. It's not for Chinese destruction. It's not for It's not for any other race. It's for the gingerbread people, destruction and demise and genocide. That's what it's all about. And Trump seems to be playing along with it. Because how is it that you're asking people to vote for you? You going to these rallies to do what? What are you doing? What rallies? For what? Because it's too late. You didn't arrest her. So now what you doing now? Okay, so so let me get straight. So you're gonna be president all over again. Here we go. You're gonna be president all over again. And then he's gonna say, oh, Hillary's the bad person. Yeah, Hillary's the bad person. She's been the bad person for, damn, since she was born. Before that, before her were J. Edgar Hoover. They slaughtered Martin Luther King and his whole family. So I mean, it's not Hillary. She's just one of many. No, it's the Attorney's General office. It's all of the courts department. This the prosecuting attorney that points the finger at the innocent gingerbread people of their own land. It's those people. It's those people that point the finger at us. It's the bad people. It's the DOJ. It's the whole Department of Justice. They're all of them. All are criminals under this Pleiadian ruleship. But if you cut the string of that, then the Pleiadians would fall and just be whatever. Because who do they have to stand on when Hillary, DOJ, and all of them are all in the prisons where they're supposed to be? Instead, they lock up the good people that's supposed to be arrested. You lock up the real cops. You lock up the people that are in the Bible. Wow, we have to meditate on that to make sure that they all disappear, because they know who we are, and they lock up our community leaders, our community developers. I'm a community developer. That's just what I do. I'm here to create the promised land. That's just what I do. I cross people over into a higher dimension from fourth, fifth, sixth, and you go on from ninth, 10th, whatever. From here on out. So if you're in the promised land, you know there's theme parks and everything like that and wonderful and stuff like that. But outside of that is where you guys would have your prisons, and because you have prisons already anyway. But outside of our community is where you guys would have to go to prison or something, because bad people cannot be in our communities anymore. And the bad people that are in our communities are NBC, because they're in our household. And you turn on the TV and you just see nothing but lies and genocide. The only thing you see is destruction from them. You don't see any good things coming from them. Then you got Trump coming in here playing this fiddle. Look, hey, I'm gonna come back now. Why did you leave? Why were you were supposed to arrest Bill Barr and John Durham for not arresting the people that's supposed to be arrested, but you didn't say nothing. And then on top of that, people just sat there looking stupid, just looking dumb as fuck. Because if you arrested Hillary and all of them, then they would have to tell what everybody did. So because you're all of you are guilty. So that's why it's best for all of you to actually hand over the people that's supposed to be handed over the keys, hand over the keys. So if you got an indigenous gingerbread person, which this is our world that you invaded, and you're not supposed to be here because you came from some Paul Revere shit. You came on Paul Revere bloodline. So if you came here on Paul Revere bloodline, you're supposed to have been executed in 1700s when you guys were battling. When the British were murdering you because you're supposed to have been murdered here. Well, you guys went against that. You didn't lay down like you want black people to lay down and die. You didn't lay down and die and just take your execution. You fought back, and you weren't supposed to. You're supposed to lay down and die. Okay, well, you rose up against your people, and both of you guys went in on the indigenous land here. So you're still, you still got to go. Yeah, and so who's playing? It just seemed like Trump is playing along with it, because you were supposed to arrest everybody else 4 or 5 years ago. So, yeah, I think that they're all trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Both sides, all of them, every last one of them. Every last NBC News, television station, network, they're all holding on to just hold on as long as they can just stay on this earth. So what it's important for all my subscribers to just meditate on having them just to all disappear. You don't know how they're gonna disappear. Just all of a sudden they just disappeared. Like, damn, this shit really happened. They just disappeared. And what's gonna happen is that for somehow, some way, none of them are just gonna be around us. Just none of them. Trump and none of his bullshit, because it's just bullshit to me that you would allow them to talk bad about you and you're the president. You got to go, because why would you allow the media to talk bad about you when you're trying to help this country and you let them talk bad about you? You were supposed to arrest the very person who said something on national TV that was negative about you. You were supposed to go to that television station network and arrest that man and that woman that's speaking ill will of you. If you're the president, if I'm the president, and I'm trying to help everybody, and somebody is heckling me on national TV, making people believe it, and it's not true, calling you a racist when you, I don't know, maybe you are a racist now that I see it, because it seemed like you kind of playing along with it a little bit. You were supposed to arrest the media. No, nobody was supposed to talk ill will about you. So the person that's talking ill will about you are the evil people that you allow them to speak ill will to you. And then that's how, and then you let Kanye West come at you with the Larry Hoover situation when you already know about the Larry Hoover situation. Not only Larry Hoover situation, but all of our situation. You already know it. And you waited for him to come to you? Why didn't you go to him and say, hey man, I'm president. Let's take care of this shit. Come on, man. That's what you're supposed to do, right, Trump? Since you was at the Freaknik and shit, and you hanging around with motherfucking, Chicago pimps and shit. Okay, all right. Since you already know about what's going on with us, why would you say, well, here, vote for me. I'm doing rallies. We gotta get, and you keep saying the shit that they already know. They waiting on you. You the one with the supposed army, right? No, because it just seemed like you might be under that Pleiadian, because it just seemed like they all looking at our misery for nothing. What you looking at? Come get your people. You supposed to, we are the innocent people that where you invaded our land. So you basically got to get the fuck off. Like, just move. Yeah, come get your people and move. Because, you have to, because we want to evolve. We want to go to our higher levels. If you want to have your people to take the voom vooms, and I take my hat off to Dr. Fauci, really. Bill Gates, boy, they doing the damn thing. Thank goodness. Really, thank you, really. You hurry up and keep on. Yeah. Because they're influencing your people to take it. So, y'all got to finish. Fauci, you got to finish that. Continue to do what you're doing. Because goddamn, you know what I mean? Really, think about it. You already know what it's doing to people, right? So if that's what's killing your people, if that's what's killing the Europeans, then okay, then all right, hurry up, because we're already being slaughtered. You see what I'm saying? So let it be a 50-50 split to where, okay, well, we being slaughtered, so I guess y'all got to be too through the voom vooms. I guess y'all going along with it, and because you got to. Because damn, if we get murdered and slaughtered out, I guess y'all got to get it too. Because I let me be a president, and let any NBC talk bad about me. You won't be in that fucking seat. And I'm trying to help people, and I'm trying to get people. And then they go into your grocery stores, they poison you on that. You can't go. We can't. The reason why my son has autism because of their shots. You understand? We didn't know about it. Most of the gingerbread women that are in California, their sons have autism. We all have autism. I was denied of his compensation, and they're the ones that did that to him. And so, you have to arrest. And what is Trump doing? He not doing. What the fuck? Nothing. I don't see him doing shit. I don't see that. I don't see him doing nothing really. I don't. Because it's just all about I don't see no arrest being made. That's what. This is the thing here. If you can, all that goddamn evidence that you put up, and you put all this evidence together, and you can see it. Young Pharaoh broke it down for you. He broke it down for you. He broke it down in increments. So how is it that she's free and Larry Hoover is in prison, and all of his King Solomon and King David, 12 disciples, and vice lords and gods and shit. How is gods in prison? How? How? The reason why we have a yummy situation, huh, is because you locked up 12 disciples and all the King Solomon's and all the king's men's. That's why we have a yummy situation. And it's a lot of yummies. And you know what I mean when I say yummy. The little 11-year-old Chicago boy that had a rough life. Why did he have a rough life? Because the evil people that was calling Trump racist and making fun of him and making people believe he was a racist locked up Larry Hoover. FBI, DOJ, all of them. All of the court appointed, all of the Supreme Court judges are all criminals, and he's supposed to lock all of them up for allowing this to happen. They were never supposed to lock up Larry Hoover and all of them. They were not supposed to do that. You got police officers. They shot Martin Luther King and his mother, and they were found all guilty. But the media hushed that up. See, the media got to go to prison because you hushing that up. You hushing that up. We have to find the criminals that's killing us. But then Trump seems to be shellacking this shit. You just seem to be shellacking it, and you supposed to be the president. And man, we don't vote. You better not vote. I don't vote for. I never voted before in my life. Never will. That'll never happen. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to let everybody who is in the back that's kind of retarded and stupid and don't know shit. Guess what? You're dying because you letting these people that's on television just rule over us, and you just letting it happen by you not telling the truth. Why don't we make t-shirts? How come you guys should make t-shirts and it should say all Europeans are on Paul Revere's bloodline, and that was set for execution in 1700s. Supposed to be executed. So you damn sure can't be in office. And then put my email right there. So you just put all Europeans are the bloodline of Paul Revere, set for execution and termination in 1776. So you damn sure can't be in office. And then put my email there, and then they'll know exactly what's going on. Like, oh wow, we're gonna receive our free jet. Yeah, you receive your free Jetsons if you just tell the truth. You're using our resources against us. We have to evolve. Move aside or get the fuck off of our land. It's as simple as that. We have to evolve. We need to receive our free Jetsons so we can travel and see our friends and our families and get on with our lives. We have families that are sick, but we can't go to the hospital because you got criminals in there that want us to take the boom booms. And you guys are designed to take that. That's why the majority of the Europeans in America have already taken it and are dying right now. You have to. So I'm just saying, that's for y'all. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Trump, and I'm happy for Fauci and all, for Fauci being Fauci, so he can do what he got to do, because I don't know if I want to say it's an eye for an eye, but it's just by technicality, you're not supposed to be here. So the winds of change will have it to where you're just going to disappear regardless. You're just going to end up in somewhere else other than where you're at. You're not going to be near us. That's why the COVID thing happened. It means Corona means sun. Sun means separate from my people, mask up and go that way. That's what it merely means. It has nothing to do with a virus. No, it just means go get away from us. You got to get away from us. That's basically what it means. It means to hand over the keys and the deed that you weren't supposed to lock up Larry Hoover or Lord Larry Hoover or Lord Dr. Z. York or any of them. These were gods that were minding their own business, and you got us talking in a way where we're talking in language that helps your progress and our demise. So you got gingerbread men, lawyers, who are saying, well, this is your law. This is just the way it goes. And see, that's the death of us. When gingerbread men lawyer says, well, this is the court. No, you're supposed to get 12 or 13 of your men, black or white, don't matter. It don't matter. If you got a white man that's on your side, and he's cool and he's a lawyer, whatever, you can let him help you. So that and make sure you watch him, because you make sure because you don't trust nobody. If you can't trust Trump, you can't, man, what that? You couldn't trust him. I mean, what the fuck? I'm just saying. What is taking you so long? Why would you say, oh, vote for me? I'm going to go and arrest her. No, you supposed to been arrest her. You supposed to arrest Bill Barr and them. You supposed to got them 3 years ago when they was sitting on their ass. Like, you supposed to go get her. Why didn't you go arrest her? Because it just seems like you in on that. And you under this Pleiadian bullshit. The Pleiadians will be destroyed by my people that's up above over the Pleiadians, is what you need to understand. Pleiadians, man, that's just you. The Pleiadians finna fall right here. You are, Trump. You right here, right here. Here's the Pleiadians. They gonna meet with you. They gonna fall with you. Y'all gonna be meshed falling together. The Pleiadians, but they finna fall. Fuck. This ain't your world. So if this ain't your world, both y'all bitches finna go. So, I mean, I just wanted to get that, just let the Pleiadians know that we know. Because what I see, the universe sees. In fact, probably the universe is telling me to tell you this. You don't have days, bitch. You got hours, seconds, probably. I'm just probably late, and it already probably happened. You probably already destroyed. Of course, you're already destroyed. What am I saying? Yeah, you probably already destroyed. But what I'm saying is that get Trump, Pleiadians, get your man Trump, and tell him to do what he got to do. That's all I'm saying. Because he taking too long. He's not saying it right. You're not mentioning Larry Hoover. You better speak his name out your mouth, because Kanye West went to you and told you. You pussyfooting around with all this. Oh, vote for me. I'm gonna get her. No, you supposed to lock up Bill Barr for not locking her up and everybody up, because they all. Cause